Hello, so there's a new DLC for Battlefield Hardline. It's called Getaway. It's got new cars, it's got 4 new maps, it's got some new guns. I thought I'd give it a try. Let's give Hardline one more try. Before I get into the problems of doing this, I will say that the new maps are all really good. A couple of them do have some features that are taken straight from Battlefield 4, and their scale is more Battlefield 4 than the original Hardline scale. So it is a much better experience than I was expecting in terms of maps. The gunplay is still pretty damn awful when compared to Battlefield 4, but overall it was a good experience when I could get on and play it. The problem being that Hardline is dead. Nobody is playing this new DLC. In fact, the first night that the DLC launched, there was only one server that was running in Europe that had a decent population on it, and that was full of YouTubers making videos about the new DLC. So I'm editing this video on Thursday afternoon, and if I look across at my other screen at Battlefield Hardline servers, there are 4 servers in Europe with a playable population, and by playable I mean more than 10 people. 3 of those are still running vanilla Hardline, and it's the problems with games that are dying. Basically the DLCs just split the population even more. So if you're going to play Hardline, you're better off not playing it with DLC. But because there were mugs like me that bought premium, Visceral have got to make 4 DLCs for this game, even if nobody's going to be playing them. And that's a shame, because although the DLCs lack any imagination overall, the maps are very well designed. Everything else is now pretty much just placeholders, I think. So the guns are just getting ripped from Battlefield 4 but with the worst gunplay. The vehicles are pretty much just reskinned of the vehicles that are already there, and their game modes aren't exactly adventurous. Capture the bag instead of capture the flag, and what was the last one we got? Another version of kill confirmed. So it's not very imaginative in some ways, but the maps are really good. If we could just have them in Battlefield 4, it would be great. But sadly no, Hardline has got to keep lumbering on until it finally dies a death with the release of the last DLC. I don't think you're going to see anything coming for Hardline after that. Once they've done their requirements, it's going to be dead and buried. And in terms of this channel, Hardline is now dead and buried as well. I am just not going to cover it again. Having this much trouble finding a server on the premium launch of a DLC just makes me realise that I'm wasting my time even looking at this game. The classic example of how lazy they've got with this game is the new competitive mode. Yes, the 5v5 competitive matchmaking that doesn't let you join it with your friends on PC. You only get to play with random people. It's just... what? They should be treating Hardline like CTE and just using it to experiment with new features and see what people think of them, because this game is dead.